Camera's rolling. Okay. So, yeah, this is just so everyone knows the same amount of blocks. With this one, what I want you to do is I'm using as many or as few of these blocks as you want, using as much or as little of this table as you want, and using as much or as little of 10 minutes as you want. I want you to come up with ideas for, or a design for your dream house. Okay? Okay. And at the end, all I want you to be able to do is walk me through your design.
Okay.
Okay? And the same thing as before, if you have any ideas that come to mind, feel free to voice them out loud.
This material's different. This is interesting. Alright, let's start by setting up a pilotis.
Oh, what?
Pilotis.
What is
Like
that?
a frame to lift things off the ground.
Where's that word?
Pilotis is French. It's kind of like a column. It's part of Corbusier's list of terms for modern architecture. So if I'm working with a fixed set of units, I'm going to say this is going to be a modern house, not digital. So I'm going to use his process. I'll say let's create that pilotis, get it up off the ground. I like the relationship with this edge because it's pulling down to even further lift it up. I would consider that, but we don't have the flat terrain to work on there, so this seems nice and flat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible that I might want to shift this whole thing up that way. But maybe what would be nice is to have it overhang instead of leaning in on itself. I'm going to do that so that it will appear to be coming off. Just switch these two. I like defying gravity.
You said something that sounded curious to me. So this is is this with these blocks, with these whatever
Kit of parts.
kit of
Yeah.
parts. This is your approach is going to be more a modern one and not a digital one. What do you mean by that?
Well, I would never use a fixed set of kit of parts.
Mm-hmm.
In my own work, I would design the goal and then discretize it down into unique units. So the kit of parts is a modern way of thinking about how can you mass produce elements
Mm-hmm.
that then we reconfigure together to produce different solutions. But the solutions you can produce are limited
Okay.
with a fixed set of kit of parts, unless you break it down into
Yeah.
tiny, like a brick.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so this is out of my comfort zone to use fixed
Oh, interesting.
parts.
Yeah. I've had a few people in your position, your kind of state, or whatever, your where you're at in your professional
Because I've got too many preconceived ideas of what is right and what's wrong.
I'm sorry?
Because I have too many preconceived ideas of what is right and what's wrong.
You do?
No, I think so.
Whoa, what do you mean? Right.
Like
what do you mean?
I would never. I just have mandated for myself that I would never use kids.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So this is challenging to you.
Yeah, it takes me back to undergraduate.
Okay. Is it challenging in a way that's similar to how these were challenging?
No, because that's a solution.
Okay.
For here, now I have to invent a problem for myself to
Okay.
resolve. And
Okay.
generally my design process, I'm inventing a problem to resolve,
Yeah.
but I do it through uniquity, not through
Uniquity?
Yeah, unique units.
Okay.
Where I would say,
Okay.
like
Okay.
right now, this,
Yeah.
let's say that will stabilize itself like that.
Sure.
And this will stabilize itself like that. But the gap between here and there, I would say I want to make this unit scale 1.5 so that it extends no more than a third past that gap, and then I can extend these further. But I can't do that because I have a fixed set of parts. So I'm just going to have a gap in my building.
Okay.
Something like this. So now I have two buildings instead of one. I could try and do this, but that's going to be a challenge because for me this is not enough overlap for stability. Maybe what I can do. I don't like any of this. I mean, one thing. No.
I'm sorry, I'm making you go through
The
this.
one thing I'm trying to do is make things float. Really, it's not necessary. So I think if I wanted to make things float on the P1T, I would then need to have a slab on top of that, and we don't have any slabs. So we just have units that aggregate together. So I'm going to say forget the P1T because that
If you need more blocks, feel free to grab any from over here. Just saying.
Shit.
When did you finish your undergrad?
In 2006?
Really?
2005.
Okay. Okay.
But
Interesting. That's when I finished mine.
Oh, really? Yeah, Georgia Tech.
Actually, 2004.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was all manual. I never touched a curve or a computer until my 5th year.
Georgia Tech. Okay.
Georgia Tech.
Cool.
And it was a voluntary 5th year, so that I could study digital fabrication.
Yeah.
And then the arrow came down.
Interesting.
I want to do.
Did he did a workshop there or something?
Yeah, he did a visiting position.
Oh.
So that kind of launched my interest. I felt, I was never really sure. I just thought design was design. And I wasn't really sure about a particular area of interest until doing that, and I felt more at home.
Yeah.
Haven't looked back, I guess.
All right. So you haven't. Okay. So I ask you. You have. Are you?
That's nice. Like that.
Are you thinking about this in terms of bedrooms and a kitchen and?
No.
No.
Well, I'm thinking about it in terms of volume right now.
Okay.
Just trying to get a space. And
Okay. Let me ask you this then. I don't know if this is true for you, but I have a lot of, like my parents or just relatives or older relatives especially, but I have a hard time explaining to them what designers do. If you were to try to explain to someone like that, in terms of like, this is what design thinking kind of means to me as an architectural designer.
yeah.
Could you kind of describe to them how you're designing a house here? Like,
Yeah, I would say I remove the idea of bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, all those preconceived notions of what you do in a house.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you do in a house. You don't bedroom, you don't kitchen, you don't bath. You enter, you inhabit, you relax.
Ah.
So I'm trying to think of producing a space that would allow you to move through it in different ways. So openness and enclosure. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the sequence. And of course we can't do bedroom or bath with these things, but what we can do is we can define space.
I see.
So,
I see.
you know, my idea is that someone's coming from this way
Yeah.
and they don't see this, but they know there's an edge right here.
Right. So horizon line coming.
Yeah, and this is right on the edge, just kind of pulling this thing out here so that when you enter, you go under something
Mhm.
very dark. I'm gonna say this is done.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And
Cool.
maybe I'll just add one thing is I'll add this here. I want that. There. Is there a little tiny guy somewhere? He's the same size. Yeah. Okay. So you enter under. Somehow you're going to get up in here, and you're going to be looking in this direction. What I'd really like is in the end. There we go. That's what. So this one is moving in this direction. So you come under. You experience this, but when you get up here, you're actually pushed that way. So now you're at a level that you can look over this, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time you get up here, you're back on something that looks out that way. And maybe it would
Cool.
be better to have it here, so that they're really on the precipice looking out that way.
Okay.
So you have open, condensed with something over top,
Mhm.
and then focus looking out that way.